Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. I know that when I speak to you, regardless of the subject matter, I'm glorifying a power that is responsible for the success of all wonderful things, God. And I try to share with you, based upon the information that I've been given, how to make that effective. And yet, I find myself being so upset because that doesn't happen until I just say the whole world is serving Satan, which I have been able to understand now is represented through the people from the bottom of our hearts, is what we reflect out here in our societies. This is our hearts of God, our hearts of the opposite existing. And so it makes me mad, because I'm hoping that you, the people, we, the people, can understand that this what we have settled for is not working to get us what we really want. And if it's possible for us to get it, then what are we waiting on? And so I guess what I'm saying is that I've really said the fact that we're all on the path to hell. I don't try to separate myself from it. And I know that the truth of the matter to that is that there are a lot of good people represented in every shade of the population. Wonderful people doing wonderful things. When we start talking about caring and having compassion and empathy for people, there are millions amongst us that do these things every day. So when I say what I say, I don't mean to suggest that wonderful people don't exist, but I know it comes off as if that's exactly the opposite of what I mean. And so I can live with that because I'm able to speak to you now and tell you that yes, we are doing wonderful things. But in the shadow of facing ourselves, we have to admit that the ugliness still exists. And whatever good we're doing, it is not sufficient enough to change the problems that we as people experience every day. And yet we, for some strange reason, say we represent a power that's more than any other power. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do say these things. But one thing that I do know is that it exists not because of you only, but because of all of us. And that includes me as well. Now, I come to you and I tell many of you that when it comes down to the truth, that you're basically lost. There's no other way to look at it, but you're just lost. There's no other way that you can explain the things that we engage in our society. But it doesn't matter what I say about you because I'm here. And I'm talking about God chose me. And I'm still here in the same mess that you're in. And it doesn't matter how much good you do, it's wonderful. Thank God for that. Thank you for that. Doesn't matter how much truth I can espouse to the people. Thank God for that. Thank us for that. But the bottom line is we're still in this mess of the stuff where there's pain, where there's suffering, where people are being abused. Just doesn't make sense for people who know better. And we're the ones that say that we know better. And we also say we know the God, that magnificent power that's all power. And yet, here we are in this. What is the representation? What is the real representation? The real representation is the same that it is for you, the same that it is for me. We have reduced God to that level. God be God if God may. But the truth of the matter is God is just another slave because the power against God is running rampant. And so, if we want what every last one of you want in life, you got to bring something to the table. It's not going to just happen. Oftentimes you hear me say, everybody engaged in a career that they love, that they can just do all the time. You hear me say that quite often. But it's more than that. It also means standing up and giving your part in the same representation for what is right. What is right? That which works for you and causes no pain or suffering to anyone else. In fact, it works for them as well. Now that's when you can just sit down on it. Because, baby, that's good. That has got to be good. Nobody having any reason to suffer. No one having a reason to be indebted to anyone. No reason to lie, to cheat, to steal, or be a racist or a bigot or a hypocrite. No need to terrorize people and kill people and go into war. These things have no reason to exist except we, the people, are lost and we're following the dictates of people who are more lost than we are and are guiding us because we are afraid to live. Afraid, I said, to live. So I've taken this moment to say that as I sit here on this Mississippi porch, Gary, if you want to call it that, and it's raining. And I've just gotten through watching the Timberwolves beat the Denver Nuggets by 45 points. And as I look at that and enjoy that, I'm still thinking about what's taking place. I'm still thinking about we the people. And I'm still thinking about the lover that says you can have peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness and actually live those dreams. But not only that, have your needs, your wants, and your desires met at your leisure. Why? Because we have now received the spirit of the living power of love within each of us, and we apply that in the things that we do every day. So all we're doing is spreading love like rain all over the people of this country and all over the people of the world. How can we go wrong with that? That is for somebody to envision and say, wow, how do I sign up? It's the kind of stuff that real people who got the heart, when I say real people that got the heart, I mean that have come to that light. Truth, my friends. Every last one of us have been taught to be exactly what we are. Every last one of us have been taught to be exactly what we are and as we are. And this is the reflection of it. The things that I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, requires a new mindset. It requires a mindset that says that people are created by a masterful power. And I'm saying, if this is real, then the evidence of it is that there is change, or we are not here. What does that mean? I've heard them say we're the most dangerous people on the face of the earth. Yes, lovers are the most dangerous people on the face of the earth because they put everybody first, including themselves. And they don't stand no stuff. And then what do? They speak the truth, and they reject the lie and expose the lie. And so to that way of living, we are the most dangerous lovers on earth because we ain't going for that. Now here's what happens, because I can say that, and many people might say that sound good and agree with that, but this comes with putting your life on the line. This comes saying that to you, standing for what's right and dying for it is living. Hey, now, when they start killing people, it's changed you when you say you have renewed your mind. Some will stand like warriors do, and others will bend and buckle because they haven't gotten to that point yet. And, I guess that's just the way it's supposed to fold. This is God's plan, and I just got a little bit that I'm sharing with you. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity to come out here and share with you as I have. I really knew I was going to say something, but I didn't know what. And I knew that if I didn't say it, I was going to regret it. And so I took a chance on faith that when those things that should be said would come out of my mouth. And I feel good. I want to thank you so very much for giving me your time. Once again, as Eddie Marcus says, goodbye for now.